Today, everybody, we're off to a Halloween Comic-Con, and I am ready for this! Here's the thing, everybody. With Halloween coming up, I thought it'd be fun to do some ghost hunting, and so that's what we're doing! The new Casper Funko Pops released a little while ago, and I have been on the hunt for that ghostly trio. I was able to get Casper, and I have that original one, so the goal is to almost like complete my collection. And now, because this is also just a Halloween convention in general, I have a feeling we're gonna be able to find horror, ghouls, goblins, you name it. Ooh, hold on. And I think I hear something. I'll see you there.
Okay, everybody, here we go.
Now, as soon as we walked in, everybody, I am noticing some activity over there. We've got a lot of cool props from different movies. Honestly, so sick. And then over here, it looks like Ripley's Believe It or Not has a booth too. Pretty cool, and it looks like they're also trying to make the world's largest duct tape ball. They're doing pretty good. Found a small section here with some random stuff, but then also over here, look at this, guys. I found some pop pins, and just behind that, some signed figures with two signed Jason Voorhees. $100 on this one, and then I think that's probably gonna be $100 as well if I were to guess, but this is such a cool thing to see. This is what you're gonna be checking out when you come to like a Halloween convention. Another booth that I came up to over here, guys, is really cool. This is all collectible cardboard, and they're one of a kind too. So I checked out a bunch of horror characters, some more horror as well. I mean, it makes sense because we're here at Frightmare, but then take a look at this one over here, guys. We got some Transformers. There is so much cool stuff, and I've got to show you the back wall here. There is a lot. We actually had a booth next to each other when we were over at Niagara Falls Comic-Con, so it's cool to see so many awesome things here. Hold on, everybody. I think I'm getting some readings over here. Look at this. Oh my gosh. It's like Cabbage Patch Kids, but also like Garbage Pail, and they're turned into different horror characters, and they actually come with cards. But look at this. We've got a ghost face. I think this is Sam from Trick or Treat. I'm also seeing Jigsaw up here, Chucky, so many different ones. And then, yeah, take a look. They actually have like a card to go along with them. Made it over to another pretty spooky booth here, guys, and the radar is going off. This here is Fly By Night, who I actually see over at a lot of different cons, and they've got a pretty cool selection of Halloween pops, so we're gonna have to dig through these. Alrighty, let's see what they've got going on here, and it looks like, yeah, some pretty great stuff. So we've got like Stranger Things at the bottom there, Cheddar Goblin, Gizmo with Bow is a really fun one. I like that for 25. Ooh, some Ghostface ones are really cool, and I'm liking this one here, that blacklight version, and just above that, guys, check it out. Frankenstein with Daisy. Now, I've got to show you this one here. Look at them. This is so cool. And there's also the blacklight version behind that. Looking around a little more, we've got like Spiderhead over here. Ooh, Michonne's Pet. This is one that honestly I did not expect to see. A lot of the Walking Dead ones are really cool. I also like the Prison Guard Walker. Glenn is that new one that just released for Spirit Halloween this year. And then above that, let's see what else we've got. A pretty good variety. This is kind of like their vaulted and harder to find stuff, and I'm not seeing any of the ones from Casper here, but this is also like the first booth we've seen with like a lot of pops, so we're gonna have to keep digging around, but there is some great stuff. I might have to pick something up. Okay, now check this out, everybody. I thought it was just the one El Diablo in the front, but then we moved them. There is the other two as well. I might have to go for one of these today. All right, everybody, I'm doing a little bit more digging around. I've got my microphone out. I'm trying to see if I can find any ghost Funko Pops in the area. Nothing yet, but ooh, maybe this way. I'll keep you posted. Came over to the Freak Show Comics booth, everybody, where they have a lot of pretty spooky action figures, but then also there's some pops over there too we're gonna check out in a second. But I am loving these ones over here, the Super 7 figures. The way that their boxes come are just so amazing. That Jack, as well as Sally, some of my favorite stuff they've done. Okay, I made it over to the pop side over here, and it looks like they've got some from Saw, Jack Skellington, The Sopranos, Alien 3, Art the Clown. I'm just naming everything at this point, guys. We also have a bunch of handmade by robots, which are so cool to see, and it looks like they've got some from The Exorcist, The Nun, a good variety. And then, check this out, guys, just above there, they have Casper, but I'm not seeing the 3-pack, but it means we're getting closer. That's pretty good. Just want to make sure. Yep, it's working. Okay, these are real ghosts. Coming down the aisle a little bit, everybody, I bumped into the My Pops booth, and they have a great selection of stuff that we're gonna have to go through here. Like, look at this, guys. Right away, I am noticing some hard to find stuff, like the Art the Clown with the sunglasses on. Those are so cool. I'm also seeing, ooh, check this out, everybody. We've got Five Nights at Freddy's. And so, yeah, I'm gonna be looking through here for a minute. Maybe they'll have that Casper one that I'm looking for. Who knows? All right, now digging through these shelves. This is where I saw the Five Nights at Freddy's one. So we're going down over here. We've got like Billy the Puppet is really cool. Pennywise. Ooh, Dave Acula over here. That's a funny one you hardly ever see. Ooh, now this is something I didn't expect to see. Check it out over here, guys. It's the Bitty Pop Bitty Bouquets, and this is the Chucky and Tiffany one, which totally makes sense to be here. I have been trying to find these ones, actually. I don't know if I'm gonna go for it today, but I do really like them, and I know that they sold out really quickly online as well, so maybe Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Came across a really cool cabinet here, everybody, of signed stuff. We've got a lot of masks, but then above that, my favorite thing to check out, we've got Funko Pops. And look at these here, everybody. Linda Blair signed. We also have a bunch of these ones over here, some more Jason Voorhees, Danny Trejo, Doc Emmett Brown. We've got Norm from Cheers. This one here is a weird one. Corey Feldman signed Gremlin. I guess he's in the movie. I'd have to rewatch. I do not remember this. And then we also have some wrestling ones over here. Just the Michael Myers chase. Coming over to the side here, we've got another Christopher Lloyd. We also have Santa Freddy. Is that, I'm trying to think who signed that one. I don't know why. In my head, I was thinking Kellen Goff, but I don't think it is. Anyways, though, really cool. Coming over here, ooh, look at this, guys. An original Casper. So, not that trio that we were looking for, but that is so cool to see. Going around there, we've got like Veronica Taylor, Pikachu. Oh, she voices Ash, but it is Pikachu. What else do we have? Some Chucky over here. The entire or most of the original Rocky Horror Picture Show set. And then, look at these down here. Wow, the original Dr. Frankenfurter, too. Now, at the same booth here, I'm checking out the other section of Pops that they have. It's kind of like, you know, the regular ones, not signed or anything, but we do have, like, the Black Phone, the Ouija board one, that new planchette. There's some Josh Allen, if you're looking for something over here. Pet Cemetery. Hey, Dogpool's pretty cool. He's kind of wearing a costume. Anyways, though, guys, some really great stuff over here. Jaws, Frankenweenie, Monsters. I really love how these old deco ones look. I think the box is amazing. And now checking out this section, we've got like Scooby-Dum. What a weird character to see like hardly ever. Dracula above that. I know people say that Dracula is usually the harder one to get out of the bunch. Count Orlok, Blunt Man and Chronic. I'm just going through all of these here because there is so much great stuff that I want to show you all. Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's a pop that I have in my collection, actually. Harry Monster. Ooh, look at this one, guys. Sleepy Hollow. Headless Horseman. That is the chase there. Looks really great. And, oh, you know what? I totally missed it over there. Look at this. They've got the Casper chase, but this isn't the one. Moving down a little farther in the booth, we also have some giant dolls and, like, bobbleheads and stuff like that. We also have Loungefly over here with like the Michael Myers one. Coraline is really cool. Also still kind of Halloween-y. And let's see here. Looking for some more Halloween stuff. Ooh, we've got that Casper again. Still no trio. But look at this. We've got like Monster High over here. Jack Skellington or Santa Jack. I'm also liking that Daredevil. Lots of great stuff. Ooh, and mystery bags. 25 bucks. I don't know, but I'm thinking about it. Last section at this booth, everybody, I've got to show you because there is some cool stuff like this Tower of Fear over here. And one of the things that really stood out to me is, check this out, guys. The brand new Great White Shark, the Jaws pop. I love this because it's supposed to look like he's just under the water. You can like see it reflecting off of him. It's such a cool figure. All right, I've been doing a little bit more walking, everybody, and I noticed on the backside here, you can see the huge wall of pops. So we might as well check these out too. Oh yeah, it looks like a lot of cool horror stuff. We'll check it in a second. It's just a little busy for now, but at the same booth, I noticed that they have over here a Treehouse of Horror section, or at least some like, you know, Treehouse of Horror Simpson stuff, because I see that back there, but then we also have some of the pops. We've got like a little Goosebumps area, which is so cool. I love the Night of the Living Dummy one. Below that, we've got a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas, and look at these down here. Scooby-Doo. We've got some old VHSs, some movies, action figures. Honestly, a really great selection of stuff. Alrighty, I made it over to the section, everybody, and I want to show you what is going on here. Oh, the birds. I actually, if you guys don't know, I'm a big fan of those Alfred Hitchcock ones, and it looks like they have all three of them there with North by Northwest as well, and Rear Window behind that. But yeah, going up a little bit, we've got like the Headless Horseman. That's the regular one when we saw the chase earlier. Elvira, Shaun of the Dead. Let's see what else we've got. Five Nights at Freddy's. I always like checking those ones out because you never know. There could be something I need. And down there, look at this, guys. They've got Cousin It. I remember picking this one up when it first came out. That is such a weird one. Oh, and also, a little bit higher, look at this. We've got some Beetlejuice, and these ones here, I know a lot of people really enjoy them. It's like one of the only times they've ever actually done them in this look, and I think it's honestly such a great, like, two-pack. I wish they were together. Now, it's funny, everybody. I'm not going to be able to show all of it, but as we've been walking around, there's been a lot of really cool masks and props from different horror as well as, like, Halloween movies. It is really cool to see it all, but yeah, it's, like, so much interesting stuff. I'm trying to show you the best I can. Walking a little farther, found another small section of pops, and these ones here are kind of like, you know, some regular stuff that I see a good amount, but look at this up here, everybody. The original Grandpa Munster, and this one is 45 bucks. Maybe it's because the box is a little bit funny in the corners and stuff, but that is a really cool one for, I think, not a bad deal considering how old it is. And then they do have the newer version with Herman Munster. Honestly, really cool stuff. Oh, and just above that, a talking wren. Why? Found a booth here called Rollout Collectibles, and they have a great selection of Pops. They all have them behind this glass, and I believe it goes all the way around, so we're gonna have to keep going here. But yeah, I'm gonna try and point out some stuff that I think is interesting, especially if it goes along with, you know, Halloween and horror today. But like the Ghostbusters 2 figures are amazing, the real Ghostbusters, the Purge is really great. Also, Rocky Horror Picture Show. It looks like they've got a lot of their kind of like horror and Halloween stuff up at the top, and then as you get lower, still a lot. But yeah, it kind of gets into more regular stuff, which I don't mind seeing because it's pretty cool. And then also down here, what is this, guys? Only 500 made. Oh, is this the Fan Expo exclusive one? I think it might be. Yeah, it's got the Fan Expo logo on the shirt there. This was from years and years ago, an old Stan Lee. Nothing to do with Halloween, but it's just really cool, so I figured I might as well show it. Okay, I made it around, everybody. It looks like these ones are out. Maybe they're a bit of, you know, the easier ones to get, the little cheaper ones, but these are so cool. We've got like Crash Bandicoot with Jetpack, bunch of Five Nights at Freddy's, Beetlejuice. What else was the one that I was showing you? Guillermo del Toro. Really cool. If you guys don't know, he just had his new Frankenstein movie come out. This is a Pop that I do have in my collection. I think it's really fitting that that is his number. But yeah, so cool to see here. Did not expect that at all. We also have more Rear Window, Pet Sematary, Mars Attack, lots of great stuff. And something that I've been seeing a lot of is DVDs, Blu-rays, VHSs, and I figured I would show these ones here because it is a giant collection of them. We've got like Indiana Jones down here. I saw like Dracula, the Munsters, and one that really stood out to me, everybody, was this one here. Look at it. It is a Netflix original Stranger Things. I believe it's on a VHS, 30 bucks. That is so cool. I almost want to pick it up, but the problem is I don't have any way to play this. But I mean, come on. How weird. Okay, everybody, we came down to the bottom here, and Dad, you pointed out that they actually have a Frankenberry one. This is something that I think, honestly, I would love to add to my collection. I just don't know how much they have it for. Is there a price on the bottom? What does it say? 100 bucks. It's pretty cool though. Like, I love like a collectible this size, and it's his colors as well. There's only 500 pieces. If I don't get much else, we might come back for this. And actually, you know what, everybody? I didn't even think about it. Right next to it here, we have the Sheriff. This here is actually a Pop Asia. Well, I say Pop Asia. It's an Asia market one that Funko made years and years ago. Also 500 pieces, and I love that kind of like coffin shape that it comes in. It is really sweet. But yeah, seriously, if I don't pick up anything else, I think I'm going to be coming back for this Frankenberry. Back to scanning, everybody. I'm trying to see if I can find another area. Ooh, maybe this way. Came across a really cool section here, everybody, with a lot of like those older wax packs of cards. And what I really like about these here is I'm thinking about it. If you guys don't know, we've got Top Pops cards now. This could be a really cool thing to open up over there. I'm thinking maybe getting like, you know, one Roger Rabbit, one Gremlins, one Alf, make a whole video out of it. Ooh, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Okay, yeah. I think I'm going to be getting these. Expect a Top Pops cards video soon on this. One other thing that I got to show you guys, same booth over there. I hope I can get a shot of it. There's a Forbidden Planet Robbie the Robot Wacky Wobbler up there. That is really cool. It's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive where he's pink instead of the usual color. It's all the way over there, but I figured I'd show you because that's so funny. You hardly ever see those. We got it down, everybody, over here if you guys want to check this thing out. That is so random, but I love seeing stuff like this. Limited to 480 pieces for 25 bucks. I don't think it's a bad deal for how limited it is. Found over here, guys, a Bitty Pop town of Dracula and Castle, and it looks like they've got a couple of them as well as some Pocket Pops. Oh, I didn't even notice, everybody. This is actually over at the Darnin booth, and if you guys want to check it out, they've also got a lot of plush over here, some bags, as well as advent calendars, gearing up for the holiday season. Okay, everybody, we are nearing the end of the booths because I think we're on the last aisle here, but something I just noticed behind me is that they have a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. How crazy is this? But yeah, I think now, because I haven't picked up anything else, we're gonna be going back for that Frankenberry. I just love that thing. Alrighty, everybody, looks like my ghost radar is going off. We are gonna be getting this Frankenberry. How amazing. Alrighty, everybody, we are back from the con, and that was pretty spooky. All jokes aside, though, it was seriously a lot of fun, and if you guys haven't been able to tell, I was dressed up as the Paranormal Ops Patrol, you know, the characters that released for Funkoween. But now, let's put this all off to the side and get into what I actually picked up today, because it was a couple pretty fun things. First one that I want to talk about is El Diablo, and it's cool that I found this because I don't have any El Diablo in my collection. It's funny because he had the entire collection, or at least most of them, all three of the different ones there. I almost wanted to get them all, but I decided just to go for the one, and I picked the one that I enjoyed the most. This here is the Emerald City Comic-Con exclusive, limited to 3,000 pieces, came out in 2017, and that's why he's got a giant green suit on. Also, if you take a look on the back, you can see that's what the original Wacky Wobbler looked like, and that's what he's based off of, because it is a Funko original character. They're just showing off whatever the original thing was, which would have been this. So seriously, a good find. I did not expect it. And now, let's check out the cards that I picked up, because I told you I was gonna get some. We're not gonna be opening them up here, though. There's actually already a video up over on Top Pop's cards, so if you want to check it out, we're not gonna go into too much detail here, because we do take a look at them over there, and it's gonna be a lot of fun to crack these open. I am really excited about it, and they were telling me about the different ones that they had over at the booth, and this one here is called Topps Real Movie Giant Pinup, and inside of here you get a movie mini poster with a bunch of different really cool options that I cannot wait to see what I get. It's funny though, because you watching right now could just click the link down in the description and find out exactly what I got, but for me, I still don't know. And then everybody, the last thing that I ended up picking up was that Hikari, the Frankenberry one, and I am so pumped that I now have this in my collection, and I pick up Hikaris every once in a while. I actually got a Skeletor one a little while back, but yeah, I like to pick up the ones that I really, really enjoy, and this is definitely one of those. Now I'm gonna have to figure out if there's a Boo Berry and a Count Chocula, which I would assume so, but then again, I do know that for a while there, they just did Frankenberry and Count Chocula with no Boo Berry, so maybe there isn't one of him? I'll have to look. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow!